Gilbert, congratulations.
Joe, I knew it was going to be you.
Yes, sir. Congratulations. I mean, obviously an impressive performance tonight. How are you feeling after that victory?
Feeling great. You know, I was really looking forward for a finish, but I think it was a good fight. You know, I tried to put on a show every single time. I was really looking forward to a finish. Hit him with the good shots. Took him down a couple times. If I'm not wrong, I had 3 takedown attempts and I finished all 3. And a lot of wrestlers didn't do that. You know, like a lot of guys, high-level wrestlers that he fought having trouble taking him down. I didn't, and I think I showed a lot of improvement. And that guy was freaking slippery. That's a old dog Miami trick with the lotion because he was so slippery. Wow.
Obviously, you dominated the last 2 rounds. Kind of a slow start in round number 1. Was that by design, or was that just kind of the way things played out?
No, not at all by design. I want to start putting a lot of pressure, but I speak Spanish, and I was listening to Paulini, his coach, and he was whenever he get closer, you hit him with uppercut with the knee, and then I kind of felt a weird trick, and he was kind of listening to that, and I was just like trying to fend him, trying to do a couple feints to see if he throw it. It was just a weird distance from the beginning, and then I'm like, shit, and I hate that I have a slow start. I want to start pressuring, putting a lot of pressure in the beginning, be a little bit more aggressive. That would change the results. You know, if I put a lot more pressure, maybe positive, maybe negative. We'll never know. But yeah, I would love to start a little bit more pressure.
Yeah. You called it, title shot. I mean, you know the welterweight title picture as well as anybody. So how do you see this thing shaking out? I mean, do you think you're going to have to stand around and wait for a while, or there's going to be a fight? Like, what are you thinking?
I almost chased a done deal, Kobe, in Lyon, in London, if I'm not wrong. It's almost a done deal. Everything, just a little details. I'm going to be a backup. I'm going to. I'm not asking. I'm demanding that I'm going to, because whenever they ask, anytime the UFC gave me a call asking for a opponent, I say yes. And now I'm demanding that I'm going out there. I'm going to do my training camp to 5 rounds. I go to London. I'll be the backup, and I'm the next online. I'm not online. I'm next in line to fight for the title. And otherwise, let me go, my guy. Let me do my thing. You know. These guys making $1 million here on the other organizations, step up. That's it. I'm fighting. I'm a backup for the next fight, and I'm fighting for the title next.
Right here. When you said that Jorge felt slippery in there, do you think he actually had something on him?
100%. I do believe. I know those old tricks that those guys do. You know what they do? They wake up on Sunday and they take the first shower and they pass a lot of lotion on the body. And the lotion goes, like the skin absorbs the lotion. And then you do that. After 3 hours, you do it again. And then after you do it again, and then after you do it again. And your body absorbs. Whenever you start sweating a lot, for sure he did that trick. 100% he did. I'm telling you, I'm not. Oh, maybe not. 100% he did. He was so slippery. Whenever if you guys have watching the highlights, try to see. You're gonna see like he's bright. His skin's bright. That guy, I gotta give it up to this guy. The guy has all the tricks.
Do you think if he wasn't slippery, you could have finished him?
100%. I didn't feel him strong at all. I saw a lot of little details that he does good. He has a couple good answers to get up, but remember. He gave a lot. I'm not even going to say names, but he fought a couple high-level wrestlers. He lost to those. I had 3 takedowns attempts, and I finished all 3. Whenever I get on top, he didn't got up. I think he got up one time, but that's it. I dominate the guy on the floor. If I have a less lotion, my guy, if I had a little bit less lotion, I think I could get it done.
John Morgan.
I was going to say, so when you said at the press conference, hey, we'll be coming back, I mean, do you think this is like an annual type destination for you now?
Yeah, we're in. We're coming to Miami. This place is such a different place than the last time I was here. Obviously, I'm assuming a lot of this was built up, during COVID and all the stuff that went on here. It's just this place is at a whole nother level. It's incredible.
Obviously, amazing result in the main event. Israel Adesanya champion again. Thrilling second round, especially. I mean, just tension. I guess talk about the fight overall, what you thought in that win.
Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute war. Israel Adesanya, I was saying this coming into this fight. I mean, this guy never turns down a fight. When it came time to fight Pereira, he was ready. Let's do it. I want to fight 3 times. I only want to fight the best. He lost. He was ready for an immediate rematch. I mean, this kid is, and people were asking, you know, in interviews leading up to this fight, you know, do you think he's messed up mentally and do you think he's in his head? And I did not think that, because listen, a lot of these guys, a lot of shit is talked in public, like, oh, I want this fight, and then behind the scenes, it's a whole nother ball game. Israel Adesanya is not that guy. Israel Adesanya will fight anybody, anywhere, anytime, and the guy likes to fight 3 times a year, even though he has the belt. You know, a lot of these guys get the belt and start making that really big money. I'll fight 2 times, and it goes down to 1 time, and you know how it goes. You've seen it, but not this kid. He's special. He's different.
Emphatic victory tonight. What do you think? I mean, a great rivalry between these two, right? It was a great storyline. Is there unfinished business now? Like, do they need to do it again to settle the UFC trilogy, or what are your thoughts?
Honestly, I think that Pereira probably moves to 205 after this fight. He's a monster. You know, I know that he still had like 2 pounds to cut leading up to. There was like an hour left of the weigh-in. So, and yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's moving to 205, but I would assume he is. You guys can ask him himself, but it wouldn't surprise me.
Co-main event, Gilbert Burns came into enemy territory, got an impressive win. He was here just before you and says, hey, I want to be the backup for the next title shot. In fact, he didn't say I want. He said I demand. I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Normally, you like attitudes like that. I
love that.
Do you put him in that position?
Yeah, I love that. Why not? Deal. You got a deal.
Gilbert got it done. And then I guess last thing, I want to ask you about Kevin Holland. I saw that he was talking to you. I mean, no surprise, he's talking to you during the fight, after the fight. But it just seemed like a weird week all around. You know, kind of didn't want us talking to him about other fights. Well, I guess what happened with Kevin Holland? What happened to him?
Well, the reason I didn't want you guys talking to him about other fights is, guys, we're fucking 2 days before a fight. He's not fighting Jorge Masvidal. Whatever they got into, whatever, first of all, it creates shit backstage and at the hotels, right? When you guys ask them questions like that and they say something, we still got 2 days until the fight, and these guys run into each other backstage and everywhere else, and it's so disrespectful to their opponent. There's an opponent sitting up there that they're gonna fight. And I just hate that shit. I get it. You want your fucking clicks or whatever it is you guys want to get, your little fucking moment that you can post, but I will fucking attack you if you do that. You know what I mean? It just causes a lot of bullshit backstage and at the hotel. And, but, you know, it's like the time the stuff went down with Diaz and all those guys and Hamzat. You know, these guys have fucking 20, 30 guys backstage, and just that shit just can't happen here, and you guys can't instigate it.
What was he saying to you tonight?
Crazy shit. I mean, I don't know what he was saying. He was yelling at me, and I don't even know what he was saying. It was crazy. Yeah, I don't know. You know, Trump looked at me and said, "What's he talking about?" I said, "I don't know. Is he talking to me or talking to you?" And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on, but yeah, he's had a crazy week. He's been acting a little crazy this week.
Taylor, going back to Israel, you mentioned that he's kind of special, right? And he wants to fight as often as he can, but you've dealt with a lot of guys who are different mentally in the history of this sport, right? You've got people like Conor and all these who are kind of like artists. But in terms of mental strength, to be able to fight a guy who's beaten you 3 times, do you think Israel might be on another level of just self-confidence?
Yeah, I just think, you know, you meet some of these guys that are literally true fighters. They're fighters, and that's what he is. This kid loves to fight. He loves to prove himself. He loves to challenge himself. And yeah, he's a very unique guy, very unique.
Yeah, I mean, even knowing already the celebration he was going to do like seconds after he knocked it out, like having that stuff already pre-planned.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. You guys should really. Has he been in here yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys should really dig into that one. I mean, you know, how mentally strong this kid is, and like you said, like he believes in himself so much, and he's willing to test himself against a guy who's beat him 3 times. You know what I mean? And he comes out tonight and knocks him out viciously.
Yeah,
it's just pretty awesome.
Raul Rosas go from here. I know he had a lot of hype, and then he kind of ran into Christian Rodriguez. It just looked like a grown man fighting someone that might have been 19.
Yeah, it happens. He's a young kid. You know, I had that 2 rounds to 1, and you know, he's got a lot of growing to do. He's got a lot of work to do. People love him. This isn't as damaging to him as nobody really goes undefeated in this sport. It's very, very hard to do. But you know, he's just got to get back in there, get back on the horse, and keep going.
What's your thoughts about the deal, and what are your thoughts about WWE and UFC congraining this sports and entertainment conglomerate?
Yeah, I like the deal. I'm very supportive of it. You know, I knew that they were working on it a long time ago, and Ari's super respectful like that. You know, Ari wanted to make sure that everybody was good with this before we move forward with it, and I think that Ari is going to bring a lot of value. That doesn't change anything around here. There's no. You know, we had Brock come over here, we had Ronda go over there. That's all. If that's ever possible, if guys leave here and they love wrestling and they're good enough to do it, before this deal we would have been good with that. But what's going to happen now is Ari's going to add a ton of value to WWE, whether it's sponsorship, licensing, and a lot of other things that he can do when he touches the business. And these two, the UFC and WWE, will become their own stock. You know, we'll have our own. They're talking about. I don't know how much I can talk about this. I should shut the fuck up, actually. Yeah, my lawyer is shaking his head, yes. Yeah, we're really happy about this deal, and we're looking forward to it.
One more, actually. With Donald Trump in audience, obviously, when you first bought the UFC, Zuffa, you know, when you got the provisionary license in New Jersey, Trump Plaza, he hosted you guys. Now, all these years later, you see it, and now it's a huge conglomerate worldwide. Like, how cool is it that your friend who, you know, was helping you at the beginning, now is a part of it, and now is watching it as it's grown to a mega sport?
Yeah, I say it all the time. I mean, when we did that first deal at the Trump Taj Mahal, you know, you got to remember, and it's hard for a lot of you to even think about this because of where the brand was at that time and what it meant. But he saw it, he got it. He cut us that deal at the Taj when we went there. Got there for the first fight of the night and stayed there till the last fight. And he did it both times that we were there. And tonight, he got here tonight at 7:30. He's here at 7:30, and he stayed till the last fight and then left. He loves the sport. He loves the fights. And like I said many times, he's been an incredible friend to me.
Masvidal retiring, you know, he's not entirely retiring from combat sports in the sense that, you know, he is doing his own thing as a promoter with Gilbert Boxing. Just curious, what do you think of the bringing MMA guys into boxing? What do you think of the show, the promotion?
I actually watched the fight. It was I liked the undercard. Thought the undercard had good fights. The other thing that I was impressed by with them is that they actually had good production. When you watch a small show like that, right? One thing that you have to understand, whether the production's good or not, is how fast the replay comes. They were right on top of the replays. The replays came out fast. They did a damn good job with the production. I was impressed with it. And the thing that I don't like is 50-year-olds fighting. It's just not my thing, man. So the co-main and the main, but the rest of the card was fun. I mean, Jose Aldo and Jeremy Stevens was an awesome fight. And then the boxing fights, the kid that was undefeated, I think he was Puerto Rican actually, right? Yeah. That kid that he fought didn't just show up for a paycheck. That kid showed up to win. It was a great fight. I liked that fight too. And yeah, I had fun watching the card. I was home Saturday night, didn't do anything, and I watched it.
Nice.
No fucking generic bullshit questions. Ask me some real shit that'll make me want to answer you. If not, I'll just go next.
Well, the outpouring of emotion that we saw in the cage was pretty special from you. Can you put into words?
It real. I meant every word I said. Like, leading up to this fight, if I didn't know me, I wouldn't believe in me. Fuck, this guy already beat this guy 3 times. Oh my God, how's he gonna do it? And I told you I'm locked in. I'm coming for the kill. I'm hunting. So I did that, and I just wanted to show people the power of the human mind, the human spirit. You know what you can do, no matter what, no matter if they count you out. I watched too much anime, seen too many montages when the guy Rock Lee gets knocked down and has to fall. Guy Sensei has to fight back up and then fight through adversity. You know, you never stay down. Wasn't a Rock? Even Mike Angle was playing Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the house all week. So I know you get knocked down 7 times, get back up 8.
But as mentally strong as you are, were there any moments along the way where it creeped into your, like a little bit of doubt creeped in? You thought maybe this guy just has my number for some reason.
That's human. I guess that's the human animal. It normally happens, but I just know myself. You know yourself. If you know yourself, no one else can tell you who you are. So I'm able to shut that out real quick. Most people just can't do that. They let that negative self-talk sit in there and starts to weigh down on them. But I've been through too much in my life to be able to let this kind of thing weigh me down. So whenever that little dirty tries to creep in, I tell it to shut the fuck up, and I keep going.
No, you said you were not thinking past this moment at all.
I'm not thinking. I literally
let yourself start
no,
thinking yet?
Nope. I'm still drinking. I ain't thinking.
And then I'm sure you sort of motioned someone in the crowd and took a little dive.
Oh no, I'm petty, bro. I remember. So the first time he knocked me out in Brazil, his son came into the ring and then started to just lie dead next to me, and I'm like, you fucking little asshole. I'll whoop your ass if your dad don't do it for you. But then, I looked for his kid and I pointed at him and I saw him and I was like, hey. Just to remind him, I saw him backstage. We're cool. He's a great champion. He's a warrior. He is his story, bro. I mean that. I'm the antagonist in his story. He's a fucking beast, man. Coming from where he's come from, the adversities he's been through in his life to get to where he's gotten now and taking me out the way he has. It's a fucking beautiful story for him. But like I said, tonight, it's not about his story. It's about my story, which is history.
If this was an anime, that kid now becomes a fighter and comes...
Bro, hey man, if you can crawl, we can brawl.
Traditionally, right, everyone's going to be like, oh, well, it's 1-on-1 in MMA. There should be a trilogy.
I don't keep score. I settle them.
But I'm gonna say,
it's settled. Look, I gave him a fast track to the belt. You know, I could have said, nah, fuck no. Who has he fought? Like, he fought one top 5. Nah, but, you know, he did well. Fought some all right guys and beat the fucking Strickland. I was like, okay, fine. There's no one else. But also, I was looking for that challenge. The guy that beat me in kickboxing, I was looking for that challenge. That's why I took that fight. The rematch, I got the immediate rematch because of what I've done in this game. I won the belt against Kevin. I defended against Rob, Romero, Costa, Vittori, Rob again, Cannonier. That's 7. My other belt would have 7 fucking gems on it, you know? So I did the hard yards and I earned my fucking rematch, you know? Now he's got to do the hard yards if he wants to do that, but I don't think he's gonna, because he go cause problems at 205 and fuck, good luck to everybody else, because he's a motherfucker to deal with, I'll tell you that.
Sport is one thing that unites us in Africa. We had an election recently and all the three major tribes were factioned. Tonight, you were uniting people. Nigerians were talking about you. The same people who were arguing and fighting each other just last week were talking about you. Talk about how important
Israel, Boumaye, Israel, Boumaye, Israel, Boumaye. Look, fuck, I don't want to give this nigga no clout. I don't whoop that. I want to whoop his ass so bad. I want to whoop his ass so bad. I want to do it in South Africa or Nigeria, and but he's got to do work. He's got to do something. Show me something, so I can whoop that ass and I can show you history. I'll remind you, because you got to choose your words wisely when you speak on people that have come before you, people that paved the way for you. You got to pick your words wisely. You want to try and be a big boy. You want to bamba. You want to G with the big boys. You got to choose your words wisely. But I don't want to give him no clout. But if he does work and I pray to God he keeps winning, I will gladly drag his carcass across South Africa. Wallahi.
Just 2 quick ones real quick.
Yeah.
What felt better, winning the title for the first time or reclaiming it?
Hey, man. They say it doesn't feel as good as your first time, that first nut. I'll tell you one thing. It feels even better the second time. Because you get to do it again and again and again and again.
And Dana White said that it looks like Miami is going to become an annual destination. Just wondering, how did
love
Miami treat you? And
Miami
is this,
loves me. It's not my first time here. I was here in 2015 to help Rumble Johnson. Rest in peace to a great man. I was here to help him in 2015 for his fight, and Miami showed me a good time. I'm back here. I've been working, but now it's time for me to show Miami a good time. So I got to roll. I'll see you guys at 11 in Miami. I appreciate you. And don't take offense to what I say. I don't take offense to what you say. I know you have a job to do. Some of you I'm cool with. Some of you I really don't know. So please don't take offense to what I say. Type what you have to type. If I ever fuck up, be honest. Talk the real shit. No matter what, I will always take it on the chin because I'm a fucking champion.